Welcome to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Great to have you with us on this Friday. 888-900-3393. More on trivia coming about an hour from now. And so much to talk about in the meantime. Like Lisa Marie Presley. Just died at the age of 54 yesterday. Cardiac arrest. Yeah. I mean, what else do you say to that?
I don't know.
Strange.
It is. It is strange, isn't it?
Strange the number of people who are falling dead from cardiac arrest.
It is.
Young people. I mean,
that's just the most notable one from the last 24 hours, too.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I do a Who Died Today segment, on Chewing the Fat. And, so many times we have the cause of death unknown.
Yeah, yeah.
Over and over and over and over lately.
The one yesterday, who was it? She died of illness.
Illness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Illness killed her.
Okay.
I hate when people die from illness.
Did you guys hear about the former running back for Alabama and the Chargers, Ahmad Galloway, died
How old?
unexpectedly? 42. 42 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we had the college tennis player who died unexpectedly.
Illness.
And then we had the mom who dropped dead in the street, taking her child to dance class there. 29 is her age.
Gosh.
So that's just in the past 24 hours. Reports
Cardiac arrest? Do we know?
Yeah, let's see. I don't know. I think one of these was like Jeffy said, illness. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, no known health conditions. Thought to be fit and healthy. That's all it says on this
but
one.
we don't know that.
No, right.
We don't know that.
Thank you. Thanks for being the voice of reason, Jeff. Yeah. There you go.
Well, they've done a study now. I got this story because I thought, people are going to be jumping to conclusions, but you don't need to, and you should not. Medical experts are absolutely stumped as to what could be causing the recent uptick in healthy young people everywhere that are suddenly collapsing with heart failure.
They're suddenly stumped. Stumped.
Despite their uncertainty, experts do feel confident that we can rule out that one thing as a culprit.
No, come on.
Of course.
No, come on.
Of course.
Wait a minute.
It's too early to say what could be causing this. This is according to Dr. Scott Rufflinger. It's too early to say what could be causing this, but it's never too early to say what isn't causing this. This could be caused by anything, but the one thing we know for certain is that it's definitely not what we're all thinking that's behind this, if you know what I mean. We can go ahead and rule that thing out right now.
Can't we, Scott?
Science just called us on the phone and told us not to discuss it. And we always follow the science.
Right.
Okay.
It's actually funny.
This is from the Babylon Bee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually funny.
According to sources, experts have been working tirelessly around the clock to try to get to the bottom of why so many seemingly perfectly healthy, athletic people are falling over, dead. I wish I could point to something in the past year or two that large groups of people were exposed to or forced into, but nothing comes to mind, according to Dr. Rufflinger. If only there was one thing all these patients had in common. At publishing time, experts said that they had narrowed down the list of what most likely was causing these sudden health issues down to climate change, racism, Christian nationalism, standing up too quickly, standing up too slowly, and not eating enough bugs. So there's your likely causes of all this.
That's the one thing.
Where's the white supremacy?
But not the one thing.
Not the one thing.
White supremacy is probably a cause.
You're right.
Sure.
That could definitely be.
That's Christian nationalism.
Probably,
I gotcha. Okay, lumped in there. Did you see that the lead author of... so he was in charge of the peer-reviewed study that was supposed to say, yep, Pfizer, Moderna, everything's good to go. He is now effectively rescinding that and saying we have to stop the shot right now. He says, quote,
really?
We have conclusive evidence that the vaccines are inducing sudden cardiac death, end quote.
We just ruled it out.
Yeah, but that guy,
we just said it's not that one thing.
I think that's a different source than what I've got here.
So who's this guy?
So
he is somebody who was on board at the beginning.
Yeah, he's the lead author of the peer-reviewed research that went in and reanalyzed the Pfizer and Moderna the trials for the mRNA vaccine to basically say, yep, they're good. You should definitely get it. He's saying you should suspend the jab right now. Yeah.
That's incredible. Yeah. Somebody woke up finally, huh? Mm-hmm. I mean, somebody in a position of authority or somebody who's supposedly an expert in this stuff. And I mean, we do have doctors who are experts that are saying this, but nobody's listening to them. Right. And now along comes this guy.
And another, yesterday we talked about, pregnant women vindicated.
Yeah.
And also at the time that people were starting to take the vaccine, the recurrence of shingles was happening. And they were, sweeping that under the rug. And then Dr. Robert Malone was somewhere, and he was saying how, the FDA knew this and didn't
about
even
shingles?
didn't even bother to mention that as a possibility. And so now it's reemerging, and I mean, the house of cards is falling down, man.
God, jeez. By the way, for people with shingles, like you've got them in your skull and all that, stop nailing them to your head. They go on your roof.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, they go on your
roof.
roof.
You said that.
Yeah, just a good safety tip for you. I don't know why people keep putting shingles on their body, like on their skull. My mom had shingles all through her head. I'm like, Mom, let's go on your roof. No wonder you're in pain. You nail a shingle to your head, that's going to hurt.
Probably try to get by with a tarp at that point.
I mean,
yeah. I know,
tarps
right?
are no fun.
No!
I've lived under tarps
too
before.
soon. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you. Tarps are no fun. But don't physicians tell their patients that the shingles are for the roof? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know. They might be negligent in taking care of that. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I once had shingles, but they were on my chest. I thought that's where they went, but no.
No.
No. And after a week or two, I thought, I'm taking these shingles off my chest and I'm putting them on the roof.
I bet that hurt.
So I did.
I bet that hurt.
It did.
Did you have a crew come out and put them on? Because that had to be awkward.
No, I just did it myself. Yeah,
okay.
I just did it myself.
That's weird. Yeah. Can I take a moment and just let everyone know that Pathead Jules May could use your prayer. She's in the hospital right now. She had a allergic reaction to something last night and went into anaphylactic shock, right? She's having trouble breathing.
She have an EpiPen?
Yeah, twice they had to administer those.
Wow.
She's in the hospital right now, so she could use your prayers.
Good gosh, she's got a lot of issues.
Yeah,
that's just one thing after another
she's
for her.
Fought back.
Bless her heart.
On the brink of death multiple times.
I know.
Multiple times.
So yeah, our thoughts and prayers are with her.
Definitely.
Really sad too about
Lisa Marie.
About Lisa Marie.
Yeah.
That's weird, because she seems young, but I guess everybody under my age seems young now. But 54 is not old.
No, it is not.
Shouldn't be dying of cardiac arrest at 54.
She's been busy. I mean, it's been the prime. She's been struggling.
She just went to the Golden Globes this week.
The Globes. She's been. She was at the birthday party for Dad at Graceland.
Did he show up?
No.
Oh, dang it! Shoot.
No. Well, I mean, some would say that he was there, but nobody wanted to talk about it. He was in the back.
All right.
I wish that were true.
Yeah.
I wish that were true.
Yeah. Well, he was rumored to be living with JFK in Argentina for a while, but
he was not. See, that's why people don't believe that he's still alive, because people like you try to make fun of it.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No,
you are.
I just heard the rumor. I'm just passing it along.
Okay.
I didn't start the rumor that he was living with JFK in Argentina. So
just the two of them, though?
Sounds like
just the two of them. Well, Hitler would visit every once in a while, but
yikes,
not that often.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, they didn't like him. JFK and Elvis, they didn't like him.
I can understand that.
Yeah, so he didn't come around that often.
I see. Huh.
All right. Yesterday, Joe Biden was out bragging about inflation. Oh, wow.
Sucks.
The inflation that he created.
Yes.
And pushed it up to, 9% at one point.
I'm so glad you said that, because in this clip, he says something about the inflation is lower than it's been in almost 2 years. Well, what happened almost 2 years ago to our country?
Right.
Yeah. He
so weird.
So bad.
There he is.
Food inflation is slowing as well. Last month, we saw the smallest increase in food prices in almost 2 years.
Pause it for a second. Is that it?
I think that's it.
We saw the smallest increase.
Right? He sucks.
He's the worst.
Yeah,
man.
not too long ago, he was touting that 2 years ago thing a couple weeks ago, he was touting his 2 years ago thing because I remember thinking, what happened 2 years ago? What happened?
What started to go up 2 years ago? The price of food and the price of gas, which is, of course, going back up.
Absolutely.
Again.
Yeah, we talked about it off the air on Wednesday, and it went up some more in the last couple days.
Yep.
A couple of fill-ups ago, I only paid, I think it was $66 to fill it up. This last time, this week, it was $73 again. So, yeah, it's going up.
But it's not
going
up at the rate that it had been going up. At least.
So that makes it better.
All right.
See?
And it had gone
He's
down.
doing a great job. He's doing a great job.
It had gone down significantly from the high. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's bragging rights for this doofus.
guess.
Man, he sucks.
Also, we went into whisper routine yesterday again. This is so.
Why does he do
Yes.
this?
So,
hate it so much.
yeah.
So much.
What was he talking about? The IRS agents? He's like, yeah, they could pass that in the house, even if it gets to my desk.
Yeah, it's the 87,000 IRS agents who
gosh.
said this.
Well, let me be very clear. If any of these bills make it to my desk, I will veto them.
That is so weird. And so stupid. Uncomfortable. So cringe-inducing. Why are you doing that? He just really thinks he's something special.
he sure
and everything
does.
he does is charming.
It's so creepy.
And nothing
Let me
he
be
does
very
is charming.
clear.
Oh, what?
I
what?
If
can't
any of
take
these
it.
bills make it to my desk,
What?
Don't.
I will veto them.
I mean,
Wow. Wow, he is the worst. He is the worst. Even if everything else was really good that he did, just that would make him the worst president on the face of the earth. And the worst president in the history of this
the
nation.
thing is, though, there's some other things.
Yeah, but yes. And you pile everything on top, and of course, that hurts.
Oh, man, he's terrible.
He took one question, and it was from Peter Ducey. And this is about, okay, we heard that there was a second batch. Now, initially, they didn't tell us the second batch was at his house in Delaware.
Right.
So he's taking classified documents home and storing them next to his Corvette in the garage.
yeah, and-
Oh, no, secure facility.
And we,
Yeah, sure.
We didn't play his entire answer, but I would like to point out that he read his answer like verbatim, and
Saw
it
that.
was so
Yeah.
bad. And
So
I should have
bad.
just gotten the longer version, but anyway, it was just enough to make this point about the Corvette stuff. Gosh, watch this.
Classified material next to your Corvette. What were you thinking?
Because he said it.
What were you thinking?
Pause it for a
What
second.
were you thinking?
And he used, what were you thinking? Because that's what they kept saying about Trump.
Yes,
What were you thinking? So that's why Peter Ducey keeps doing that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
great.
And,
He's
and the
great.
Corvette piece that Ducey threw in there, Biden had just said that a couple of minutes ago, so he had that reference. He's the one that brings up this Corvette thing. I swear, the man.
Well, he's showing off that Corvette.
Exactly,
He loves that stupid
exactly.
Corvette. He
Yeah,
thinks he's
he
something
does.
special with that.
And so
bad boy.
before he gets to his scripted remarks that his lawyers wrote for him, he can't help himself but to continue to mention this Corvette. It's so awkward, man. Oh, he sucks.
And
I
here's
don't
the
even get
answer.
a chance to speak on all this, God willing, soon. But as I said earlier this week, people, and by the way, my Corvette's in a locked garage. Okay, so it's not like
okay.
they're sitting out in the street.
All
But at any
right,
rate,
good.
Oh,
Good, that's good.
yes, as well as my Corvette. But as I said earlier this week, people know I take classified documents and classified material seriously.
Well, yeah, so seriously, you put them in the garage?
yeah.
They're airtight, sealed. Nobody can
Yeah.
get to them that way. You might as well have put them in Fort Knox.
The ones you didn't keep in the garage, you kept in your office at the university.
Yeah.
Well, that
You know,
was a
you kept them
closet.
there.
Right? It was a closet.
Nobody could break into a garage. We all know that, right? No
Right.
garage on this planet has ever been broken
Not
into.
if it's locked.
No, not if you lock it. You-
There's no words, man. We're done.
no words.
Out of
Seriously.
words.
And it was terrible him reading the,
gosh,
the
yeah.
Oh, it's
response.
awful.
Terrible.
Awful. I take classified
Inadvertent.
documents seriously.
It was. I don't know who was worse, him or KJP reading the scripted
Oh, we'll
response
get to that.
to this. Yeah, I mean, really bad, really bad.
Yeah. So this video was circulating yesterday. I had not seen it in 2020, or else we would have certainly played it here. But he apparently did some video during the campaign that featured his old Corvette. I've never seen this.
Oh.
Now, I would like to point out there's one shot in this entire 90-second clip when he cranks up the car, he's wearing a freaking mask in a convertible outdoors with no one around. Anyway, I don't know. This is
Well, it's the heat of the pandemic.
heat of the pandemic. Yeah, okay. Here, watch this nonsense.
I like to drive. I used to think I was a pretty good driver.
We used to think you were pretty good at a lot of things.
Look at his mask on. Look at his mask on.
I didn't get a chance to flash shift in the second. I was afraid I'd go through those guys.
Tomorrow morning, we're talking about cars and what car you'd like to see come back.
I love this car. Nothing but incredible memories. Every time I get in, I think of my dad and Bo. God, can my dad drive a car? Oof.
His dad and Bo.
The thing I like most is the setup right here. And you feel like you're in complete control. This is just boom. Now, you stand in the front here.
Okay. That's cool.
This is iconic industry. How can American-made vehicles no longer be out
What's the
there?
gas mileage on that?
I believe
What's that do for the
we
environment,
can
Joe?
own the 21st century market again by moving to electric vehicles.
Oh.
And by the way, they tell me, and I'm looking forward, if it's true, to driving one, that they're making an electric Corvette and go 200 miles an hour. You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. So I'm excited about it.
Nobody thinks you're kidding.
Okay.
Why would I think you're kidding?
Hold on, Jeffrey. We got that.
Okay.
A Corvette.
All right.
A Corvette could always go just about 200 miles an hour, right? I mean, are there Corvettes that can only go 100? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but did you see?
Did you see who he's
how
backing
those
into?
headlights?
Oh,
Yeah,
the headlights
they
are cool.
popped up. They've got pop-up headlights. What an innovation.
That's American ingenuity right there.
What
Yeah.
was it, Jeffy, that you picked up
Those were
on
awesome.
there?
So as he's
in the last-
backing into
Yeah.
that secure garage, you see just a stack of boxes
Right.
and stuff just thrown in the corner.
So-
I'm sure that's not the secure location
Right.
of all the documents.
Of course it is.
Texas Bizzle made me aware of this. I didn't catch this. Yeah, he's backing into the garage. First of all, is that where the documents were? Next to the Corvette in that pile of crap,
That's-
like you're saying?
That's what they said.
I mean, this is madness, man. If that were again, I swear. I mean, it's like during the Obama years, we said if that were George Bush, and now in the Biden years, we say if that were Donald Trump. I mean, what would they be? This would be a skit. I want to see Saturday Night Live this week. That better be. I want to hear about the old man's Corvette. Of course, they probably will make fun of him now because I think he's. I think
Yeah, he's persona non grata
they're
now.
bringing him down now.
Yeah.
They're starting to unwind this thing. Mm-hmm.
I feel like that. I feel like that is the case.
Yeah.
Something is going on.
Definitely.
I mean, something is going on. I mean, he's terrible. So it makes me nervous that if things could get worse.
It can always get worse. I think we found that over the last few years. It can always get worse.
Now the thing with the garage and stuff. Hunter Biden actually had met with the president. They went and found in those emails. They're like, oh, look at this. He has a meeting with the Penn University president at the White House. So now that's come to light, and also it's come to light that he lived at that house in Wilmington.
That was his house, right?
Yeah. So like he were those taken there by Hunter? I mean, this thing is gonna get crazy. It's gonna be fun.
You seen the house too? Have you seen the
have.
aerial of the house?
I have.
That's middle class Joe's house.
Middle class Joe. That is middle class Joe.
Wow, it is big. It's a giant house.
It's a lot bigger than I had thought. Last
Me
time.
too.
I thought it was smaller than
I thought it was, I'm sure it was nice, but I thought it was not a mansion. That looks like a mansion. And how does he afford that on a salary of $174,000 for so many years?
So you've got one of two possibilities here that was Hunter's doing with the classified documents ending up there, which obviously doesn't look good for the White House. Or there's the Jonathan Turley was saying, Biden's got to be careful with this inadvertent defense because if those documents were taken for research for his book, which I guess the timeline matches up and when he was writing the books.
ones at the university were, yeah.
Yeah. I think he was referring to both batches, Turley.
Okay.
Anyway, but then it's obviously not inadvertent if you knowingly took them out to do research for your book and then just left him there. So either way, Joe Biden is.
By the way, this is when he was vice president, right?
Vice president.
So
which
he just
doesn't
inadvertently takes classified
you're not
documents.
supposed to be doing that. You can't do that as vice president. You can declare them unclassified, or you can declassify them as president. You can't do that as vice president.
Thank you. That needs to be said. Yes.
This should take him down. He should be impeached. Impeach the guy, and then convict him in the Senate and remove him from office. Then we'll deal with Kamala after that. Okay?
I know, but that's a scary thought in and of itself.
He needs to go. I don't care. He needs to go. He should not be in the office of the presidency. And if that's not clear to everybody by now, I don't know what you have to do. What do you have to do?
I think most people, after yesterday's insanity, are of that mind, both on the left and the right. Maybe they're just not saying it out loud yet, but he does have some defenders. He's got some people in there going to bat for him.
That's great. Like this Georgia Democrat, Hank Johnson.
Hank Johnson is back.
I'm a main man.
My response to it all is that alleged classified documents showing up allegedly in the possession of Joseph Biden. There's so much that needs to be investigated,
Okay.
And that's what I call for, is for everything to be investigated. But I'm suspicious of the timing of it.
Are you? Why?
I'm also aware of
pause
the
it for a
fact
second. I'm also suspicious of the timing because all this was discovered before the midterms.
Yes.
Right.
Why didn't we hear about it then?
Thank you.
I'm suspicious of that timing as well.
Thank you. They've been completely above board. And
bull crap. Why'd you wait 2 months then to share all of this?
Completely. We're communicating with the Justice Department. We've been on board with this all along. Have we?
We've already appointed a special investigator. Okay. What else did Hank have to say?
can be planted on people.
What's that? It could be planted.
Places and things can be planted.
That's what I meant.
Things can be planted in places and then discovered conveniently. That may be
I
what
wish he
has
was my
occurred.
congressman,
I'm not
I'll tell
ruling
you
that out.
He's not ruling
But
it
I'm open in terms of the investigation needs to be investigated.
The investigation needs to be investigated.
Okay, so we know that it's not. They weren't planted in the garage because Joe Biden just told us they were locked tight. They're secure.
That's the thing. If they were
He'd be
planted,
the first to say,
right?
I didn't do that. I think they were planted. Please, it's so stupid.
My fear is that, the whole island will become so overly populated that it will tip over and capsize.
Yeah.
Well, the investigation needs to be investigated.
But hey, look, I mean, that's that guy right there is in Biden's corner. So
he's set.
Formidable.
He's set. It's going to be tough to get past him. KJP faced the press yesterday and, of course, answered every question that came in about this classified document situation.
If you tuned in for one question, you saw the only answer she gave the entire, I think it was 90 minutes. I mean, it went on, and it was the most brutal exercise.
And over and
of
over and
futility.
over, she just kept doing this.
First off, is the president willing to be interviewed by federal investigators about his handling of classified documents?
So first, let me just say I'm just not going to get into hypotheticals. This is something for the Department of.
I have a question. There's an investigation ongoing. Will the president
But
speak to investigators?
it's in ongoing review, right? You're asking me about something in the future, and I am telling you that I'm not going to get ahead of what the Department of Justice is going to decide.
Yeah, and that went on and on. I mean, every answer. And she was careful, I noticed, not to use the word investigation. She constantly called it a review from the Department of Justice. So we got to color the language there to make sure that we're not painting this as something bad. It's just a review. It's not an investigation.
Peter Doocy tried to get her to answer the question about whether or not the White House will release the visitor's log from the Wilmington House now, because that's where these documents were discovered, at the Wilmington House.
Of visitors to the Wilmington House.
You know, Peter, you've asked this question, or your colleagues have asked this question before. Let's not forget what we did here in this White House. We instituted something that the last administration got rid of, which is putting out the White House, making sure that there was a White House log, extensive White House log.
That's
so the American people got to see.
House where there is potentially unsecured classified material.
Right.
Again, I am telling you, we did something that the last administration got rid of, which is instituting.
Yeah, we don't care about that.
Right.
Answer the question.
Can you pause this here, Kayla? I'm sorry. Okay, so of course, like you said, she's answering a completely different question than was asked.
Yep.
But now she's at this point in the afternoon where she's had it. She's done answering questions about the document stuff. Mm-hmm. So then she tries to pivot off of Peter Doocy, you'll see here, to go to another questioner. But then when she realizes the guy starts to ask a question about the classified documents, she loses. She has to go to somebody else. I mean, she's at her end. I don't know how she shows up to work anymore.
Rid of the White House laws? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Well, did Fox did? Go ahead. Go ahead.
We have the records from the Delaware residents.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was calling the gentleman who wanted to ask a question that was not related to this. Go ahead.
Thanks, Grant. I know I'm a little behind the news cycle here, but I want to go back to yesterday's op-ed from the president on big tech regulation.
Whatever. Oh, the big tech.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, I know.
Why do you even bother doing the press conference? You're not. They don't answer a single question.
No. She came out. She had to come out and read the scripted answer to.
Well, that's what she should
do.
The
classified document.
Come out, read your scripted answer, and leave.
She's terrible at it.
She's the worst. I mean, the worst ever. Worst president ever has the worst press secretary ever. So I guess it's a good combination.
And they both stumbled through that.
Punch.
Yeah.
Yeah. They both stumbled through the written response.
Oh,
it was really bad.
Gosh.
But does she have a Corvette that she name dropped in the middle of her scripted deal?
I don't think
she does. No, I don't think she does.
Well, then.
Yeah. But the good news, there might be an electric Corvette coming in our future. So we got that going for us.
Yeah.
All right.
Go a couple hundred miles an hour.
Yeah. 200 miles an hour.
If that man truly cares for the environment the way he claims to, he should drive that Corvette. No. Don't crank it up. You can do the combustible engine. No, you need to get it taken to a dumpster, a place where they crush the cars. The junkyard, right? Mm-hmm. If you truly care about the planet,
and the way the batteries work, you get that Corvette doing 200 miles an hour. You can probably go for 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, right. That's probably true. And where would you drive at 200 miles an hour? There's no speed limit that allows you to do that.
No, it's the Wilmington Desert. It's just outside of his house.
Yeah.
There's big old.
No speed limit there?
No, just flat and just dusty.
Actually, he could go to the Bonneville Salt Flats maybe and drive at 200 miles an hour there. But that might be the only place in the world.
No, don't we have the place here in Texas?
Do we?
The highway in Texas between.
Yeah, you can go 80
into San Antonio.
You can go 8. I think it's
85. 85, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, but not 200. Can't even go 100.
Jeffy, what's the fastest you've driven on that going down there? 85, right?
Yes, that's right. I'm sorry.
Right.
Sorry.
That's the right answer.
I apologize. You're right.
Our police officers were just starting to perk their ears up, and we're planning to pay you a visit, but fortunately, you realized your mistake.
I work pro bono for Mr. Fisher here.
Thank you.
When Stu and I first got our cars, we did a little thing on the way. On the way back home, one day we're on that brand new. It was new at the time.
Yeah,
the express
new
lanes.
Express lanes. Got on those, and we were going because the speed limit's 75. Both of us were doing 75.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
So you tied?
Yeah, we tied. We tied at 75 miles an hour.
How angry it makes me when the local police force pulls people over on those express lanes.
I know, it sucks.
Yes.
I'm already paying top dollar to drive on this freaking road.
Yeah.
There's no
And it's
stop it with
expensive.
your speed limit.
Yeah. If you do it every day, it's expensive.
I've ceased doing that.
But every now and then you want to open it up and see if you can hit 75.
Right. Exactly right.
That's why you go over there.
I did that yesterday because I was getting home kind of around 5 o'clock traffic, and so I took the express and hit 75 along the way.
For you.
That's
Some time.
Yeah.
You got to clean out the carburetor.
Right. That's right. That's right. But then when the speed limit goes right back to 65, I went right back down to 65 immediately.
You're a good
right at the sign.
citizen.
Yeah, I am.
Good citizen.
I follow the law precisely. Everybody knows that. In my car, there's no speeding.
When's the last time you got a...
It's been a couple years.
Okay.
Since my last ticket.
Yeah, because you got the one guy let you off.
I got a warning the last
one
time.
guy let you off.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
You showed some skin, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
All
Who
right.
cares? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, save me some cash.
Doesn't
care what
matter.
happened. No, it doesn't.
All right, 888-900-3393.
Hike those pants up a little bit higher.
Yeah, we got it. I don't want to see that. Put it down.
Also, he just can't get over it, though. I mean,
yeah,
I know.
Got him spellbound
awesome.
now.
Wow,
He's
look at
thinking
that.
about it.
Hey, put your belt on.
More on trivia coming up in half an hour.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got some tweets here. Rowdy Introvert tweets, inflation, stagflation, shrinkflation. Welcome to the abomination of Biden Nation.
Nice.
That's good.
Boy, that
I
is.
like that.
I mean, that
very
gives
poetic.
Jesse Jackson a run for his
And
money.
Wadsworth Longfellow.
Definitely Jesse Jackson.
Jeffy's Fat Liberation Politics tweets. Did you realize you had this?
I did not.
No, that's amazing. So many parts of your body just break off and form Twitter addresses. With Joe's dementia, it wouldn't surprise me if he forgets to close the garage door. Yeah.
Oh.
Every time he takes that out for a spin. I bet that's never now. How
No
often
way.
does he get to take that Corvette
way.
out?
I mean,
no way. The Secret Service wouldn't allow it.
Right. And plus, hopefully neither would Jill unless she wants.
Right. Unless she wants to take over and everybody knows she's taken over.
Right.
She's already taken over, I think. And but some people don't know it. Harold Lichtenberg. Hank Johnson, at least he didn't store the documents at our military base in Guam, where they could have easily gotten wet when he goes underwater.
Oh, yeah.
From tipping over and capsizing. Yesterday, Pat had Mary Beth Long reminded us of a prediction we made 2 years ago.
Yes.
Well, I guess Keith made this prediction.
Yeah.
Joe Biden would be replaced by Kamala.
January 21st, 2023. I'd forgotten about that.
Okay.
And that's what, Saturday?
Eight days away. It is 8 days away.
Uh-huh.
So
you're wrong.
Well, how do you know?
Well,
congratulations.
Maybe it'll happen.
I made a prediction that was wrong.
Have you been in the future?
Here's what President-in-waiting Kamala Harris was up to yesterday. She gave us another geography lesson. This is good.
Okay. I convened, and I've convened now at least 3 times, a group that is their acronym, CARICOM. It is the Caribbean nations.
Okay.
Island nations.
Yeah.
In the Western Hemisphere, that is where the Caribbean is. We are also in the Western Hemisphere. They are our neighbors.
Okay, hold on.
Look, I explain things like you're 4.
Right.
Because I know that some of you are so stupid that you actually voted for me and Joe Dementia. So
Joe.
What in the world?
That's why. Because she
could have
knows
used
that she's got stupid people out there.
Yeah, we could have used that clip, that quote as Elmo.
Oh man!
When we did the in
Yes, we could
overtime,
have.
we did the Kamala or Elmo thing.
And you may have thought that was Elmo, but no.
I mean, I will say that I'm pretty sure that you could make a prediction that will be an upcoming Veep Thoughts.
Yeah. The Caribbean.
Okay. Say it like Elmo.
I'm trying to get this down because it was pretty complicated. She went through it quickly.
Well, she convened.
Could you slow
more than
down?
once.
Okay, yeah, she has convened. But then the important part that I glean from it is that the Caribbean is in the Western Hemisphere. Plus, if you can put all of this together, we are in the Western Hemisphere.
Whoa.
That's a lot to handle.
Thus, we're sort of neighbors. We're in the same
I
neighborhood.
convened, and I've convened now at least 3 times,
Right.
a group that is their acronym, CARICOM. It is the Caribbean nations.
Okay, the CARICOM.
Island nations.
Island nations.
In the Western Hemisphere. That is where the Caribbean is. We are also in the Western Hemisphere. They are our neighbors.
Okay.
Neighbors. See, that totally works for Elmo.
It does.
Ukraine is a country in Europe.
Okay.
What timeline are we on? How did this happen?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's just incredible. The CARICOM It's the island nations.
Right, which she's convened multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And
at least 3 that we know of. At least
in the
3.
Western Hemisphere, right?
Yeah.
That's what you said. That's what she said.
The Caribbean islands are in the Western Hemisphere, and we are in the Western Hemisphere.
So you ready for 10 years of her as president?
No, it can't happen.
I know.
2 years.
5 minutes ago, you were saying we got to get rid of Biden.
Yes, we do. And
I don't necessarily disagree with that, but then we have Caribbean nation.
Wow. I can't believe a week ago today, I was rooting hard against Kevin McCarthy. Today, I'm like, how do we maneuver this now to make him president?
If that happens in 8 days, you're right.
Oh, man. My goodness. This is a nightmare. I want to wake up.
It's almost impossible to believe, and yet we're in it. We're in the reality. And, I mean, you couldn't have conceived of this 5 years ago. Seriously, I don't think, even after the Obama years that were so bad and we thought they were going to destroy this nation, we survived it. We survived the eight Obama years.
A lot of destroying went on, though.
It did.
A lot of destroying.
And a lot of setup for the destruction that's continuing now.
Yes.
We had a brief respite under Trump, and now they're trying to finish the job of the total transformation of the United States of America that Obama began. But even then, when we thought things, we had a Marxist as president. The guy grew up as a Marxist. He hung out with Marxists. His family were Marxists. And we survived that. I don't know if we survived this guy. And especially not if he wins again in 2024, should he run.
That can't happen, right?
That can't happen. Because I don't think we'll survive it if it does.
That can't happen.
Could happen. I mean, I didn't think it could happen in 2020. I did not think Biden could win. And he shouldn't have.
And you were so wrong. He got more votes than anybody ever
in history. Yeah, I was way wrong because he got 81 million votes. It's
almost like the Democrat Party should do just a slight tweak on their logo from a donkey to a mule. Maybe 2,000 of them. Just grabbing that number out of thin air. It's fun times, though, right?
Sure is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And this is fun, too.
What do you got?
The U.S. says Iran may be contributing to war crimes in Ukraine. So we got that going for us as well. The Biden administration said this week that Iran's sale of lethal drones to Russia for use in its ongoing invasion of Ukraine means the country may be contributing to widespread war crimes. That's something Russia needs to purchase weapons from Iran? That's interesting as well. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan leveled the charge against Iran on Monday as he spoke to reporters accompanying Biden on a trip to Mexico. While it didn't signal a policy shift, the charge marked some of the sharpest U.S. rhetoric against Iran since it began providing weapons to Russia to support its nearly year-long war in Ukraine. Is it next month that this is a year? I think so.
Yeah, it's
the Russia-Ukraine war?
February, I think, right? February 23rd, 24th, right in there.
Jeez.
I like the comment on this from Kate Hyde. I can't find it right here, but I mean, she kind of was just wondering, how much help? So how many weapons did Iran purchase with the cash that Obama left on the tarmac? I mean, seriously,
it's a good question.
I mean,
It is.
We have funded both sides of this. Oh, that's
sure have.
That's
typical of
our
us.
legacy, isn't it? As America,
typical.
that's our.
Yeah,
there's no question. And according to John Kirby, speaking yesterday, we've only spent $25 billion.
Do we have that clip?
No.
Where he
I
claims $25 billion?
I don't think I said it. I didn't send it in, but I was listening to it this morning.
$25 billion. They did more than that.
$25 billion
in the bill they just passed.
We don't have it, but that's a different sheet of paper than I've been looking at.
You want some more good news as it relates to Ukraine? You had there was a Navy secretary who said that we're going to have to decide if we want weapons for our military or for Ukraine's military? Because we're going to run out of weapons in about 6 months if we keep going at this rate.
Well, Joe's already decided
and he's in
that.
the Navy, and the Navy's being affected the least by all of this. And apparently he's not alone as far as military brass with that thought, like, hey, can we keep some of our weapons for us?
Yeah.
I mean, this is suicide.
And Biden's already decided that, right? That those are going to Ukraine. That's why he's taken our fuel from the strategic reserve. It's supposed to be for the military. He's taken our weapons.
Oh, but he's going to replenish that at a profit. So don't worry about that part. Yeah, the strategic reserve is going to be filled right back up, and we're going to make a whole bunch of money on it. So I'm surprised you even brought that up.
I remember
that's taken care of.
Sorry.
There was this guy named Donald Trump. And when oil went down during the pandemic to $24 a barrel, I remember he wanted to fill up the stockpile and take advantage of that price. And Democrats in the Senate said, nah, we're not going to do that.
It's interesting the number of things they say, nah, to. They did it again yesterday.
Really?
The wonderful Democrats in the House. Now, the resolution still passed, but almost every single Democrat voted against the resolution to condemn attacks on churches.
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. Yeah, remember that?
And pro-life centers.
Yeah. No, we're not gonna say that's a bad thing.
222 to 219. It did pass. But how do you vote against that? How do you vote against keeping a baby alive? How do you vote against condemning attacks on churches? You have to ask them.
It's fun, right?
It all revolves around abortion for them. Anything that spins off from abortion or might be as a result of abortion, that rules every single decision they make.
It's almost like you have said. I don't know if it was you. I heard this somewhere that they're a death cult.
Yeah,
now,
they really are.
If you somehow convinced Democrats that some of the aid that we're sending to Ukraine was going to pro-life centers, pregnancy centers,
then
they'd shut off that spigot.
They sure would.
Just like that. Like, nope.
They sure would.
Nope.
Wow. All right. After what's happened the last few years and is still happening, are you concerned at all about food shortages that may or may not be on the way?
I am.
I am too.
You're always worried about food shortages, Jeffy.
A lot of people are concerned right now. And the best way to solve that problem and not have that concern is to stock up on emergency food for your own benefit, for you and your family, from My Patriot Supply. Go to preparewithpat.com and you'll find a special offer where you'll save $200 on a 3-month emergency food kit. Kit provides breakfasts, lunches, dinners, snacks, drinks, enough to feed one person for 3 whole months. So make sure you buy a kit for each person in your family. And since you're going to save $200 per kit, it's more affordable than ever. The meals are delicious. They're really easy to prepare, and they last for 25 years. So you don't have to, this will just give you great peace of mind. So if it doesn't happen now, you just use it later. And maybe it's not a food shortage. Maybe you lose your job, or who knows what happens. There's so many things that this helps you prepare for, and you take this off your list. So your family won't starve in the event of some sort of emergency, either a personal one or, a natural emergency or an unnatural emergency. You're prepared for anything. Go to preparewithpat.com and get this special $200 discount per kit. You never know when something is going to happen where you need this. Go to preparewithpat.com today. Preparewithpat.com.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right. The other night, the Miss Universe pageant was held in New Orleans.
Oh, you watched it, right?
Oh, as always.
Yeah?
Yeah, as always.
Didn't
you guys? Didn't you guys watch Miss
I caught some of it. Yeah, I caught some of it.
Good. I'm glad you caught it.
Are you glad that that one person won from that one country?
Yes, from the country. Yeah.
I was excited.
It wasn't from America, though, I'm guessing.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I fell asleep at the very end, so I'm not sure who won.
How dare you think that they're going to choose
You fell asleep
an
at the very end?
Yeah, they can't choose an American. Nope. That would be wrong. Because America is too dominant in the world, and so they got to choose somebody else from somewhere else.
Okay.
Anyway, Miss Ukraine showed up. She was great.
And she actually, it was a cool outfit.
Yeah, it was cool.
Cool.
Here's a
It was a cool outfit.
All right.
What?
Look at that.
Wait.
This Warrior of Light costume symbolizes Ukraine's fight for freedom. The Warrior of Light protects her country like Archangel Michael, who is the guardian of soldiers and considered to be the patron of Kyiv, the capital city. This Warrior of Light will help in their fight, Ukraine.
That's embarrassing.
It is so over the top with the propaganda. Stop it. Wings, a sword, a helmet. Don't get distracted by the point.
Pathetic. All right, who did win? Did they give her some special award?
Oh, no.
I'm guessing she didn't
who won?
win.
I mean, since you know,
I don't know.
Jeffy, you're
Jeffy,
all
who
over
won?
it.
No, I don't know.
You don't
I don't
know? What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. I bet it was like Miss. Miss Argentina.
Good guess.
Miss Argentina.
I'm gonna guess it's not Miss Argentina.
Okay.
I don't know.
No, you don't know. Really? You didn't just Google Miss Universe winner?
I did, and I'm
came
reading
up?
it, and it doesn't just jump out. I'm sorry. I mean, get on this, guys.
Yes.
Let's see.
Miss Universe 2023.
It's right there on Google.
Yeah, no, January 14th. That's tomorrow. Then what's that video from? I'm sorry. I googled 2022.
Well, no wonder. Davida Ray, R-A-I. So she was probably from India, perhaps? Let's see.
I don't know.
Argentina.
I don't know. Riley's in my ear saying it hasn't happened. So when was
She's from
that?
India. I guessed it right. She's from India, and she is quite lovely. Is she the most beautiful woman in the universe? I don't know. That's a little egotistical of us to say, because who knows? I mean, do we have...
In the story that I just brought up, though, Miss Argentina, Barbara Cabrera, brought the drama with sky-high headdress. She has a great outfit, too. That's the deal, right? They're all doing those big outfits like that because Victoria's Secrets doesn't have their runway show anymore. So they're bringing it up. They're throwing it to Miss Universe.
Oh, yeah? Okay. All right.
With the big outfits like that. Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right.
It's a good move on their part.
So this says she's Miss Universe 2023. Should it be Miss Universe 2024 that I have to look up, or
I don't know?
Is there another one?
Probably the show has not aired
invested
on.
in it.
Perhaps. It probably hasn't aired. It probably
that's
happened
probably
already.
what it is.
It actually happened already, but it hasn't aired on network television.
Then I've got this article: How Miss Universe Harnaz Sandhu reigned supreme, inspired change, and beat the bullies.
Yeah, that's the one that won.
Last
a
year?
ago. Yeah,
Okay.
so she's going to crown somebody tomorrow night.
All right.
I think you're right, Jeffy. I bet it was recorded and then cut for television.
Huh.
So, oh my gosh, I can't wait. We're going to tune in and find out in 24 hours. I can't wait. I'm not going to watch football this weekend. I'm going to watch the Miss Universe pageant from New Orleans.
Words that have never been spoken by anyone ever.
And we have the ratings to prove it. My goodness, it's...
Were they sky high, the ratings?
What was it? 82
awesome.
of 100 most watched things on TV in 2022?
NFL? Yeah. We'll get into that. And much more. Plus, we have more on trivia on the way. Next.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
This is Moron Trivia.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
And more on trivia time. 888-933-93 is the number to call if you got a flag on the field. But it is playoff time.
Super wild card weekend, baby.
Wild card weekend, which is fun because we got games all day tomorrow and all day Sunday.
And Monday night.
And Monday night.
That's when this game will be played.
Which is our Moron Trivia game.
That's a
today.
First, right? Or did you say that was a second? That was the second year they've done that. Okay. Got some tweets to start out. First, let's hear from our commissioner, Jeff Fisher, to figure out how this game works.
Well, we predict the outcome of an NFL game, and today's game, as we just said, is Monday night, the end of Super Wildcard Weekend. The Dallas Cowboys taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Again,
right.
I'm looking forward to that game. Now, we're going to predict the outcome of this game, and we do that by calling convenience stores in the local areas of those teams. We play 4 quarters. We ask each convenience store worker 4 questions. The city that answers the most questions correctly, we predict will win the game.
Awesome. Okay, so Cowboys, Buccaneers, Monday Night Football action. Playoffs are here. Playoffs?
Don't talk to me about playoffs.
Got ruined for that, too.
That thing is so...
Playoffs.
It's just a long time ago now, too.
Long
time ago.
Yes.
I mean, Jim Mora, is he even alive?
I think he's alive.
He is.
Certainly not coaching anymore.
This is Jim Mora. He might be working at one of the convenience stores we called today.
Possible.
Come on.
Possible.
I like Jim Mora. Playoffs.
We got some tweets here as we await our first contestant. Our first contestant will be somewhere in the Tampa Bay area. Pete Finnegan tweets, Kamala explains things like she's for, not like we're for. Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The Pickled Squirrel. I'm not the most eloquent speaker, but Kamala makes me feel so much better about myself.
Right.
Sons of Thunder 42. Pat, you have you listened to the Moron Trivia contestants? The morons only understand the teachings and wisdoms of Kamala. Lone Wolf 2965. You have to remember that Kamala is speaking to people dumb enough to vote for her and Joe. Yes. The deplorable Mr. Jackwagon. It would be helpful if someone could provide a Venn diagram with each VP Harris quote. Yeah, that would be cool.
A group that has their acronym CARICOM. It is the Caribbean nations.
Okay.
Island nations. In the Western Hemisphere.
Girl.
That is where the Caribbean is. We are also in the Western Hemisphere. They are our neighbors.
Oh.
It is. While I think the tweet was right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I worked on it.
She speaks more like
she's four.
Like she's four, and that a 4-year-old that's trying to be smart.
There you go. See, if you take the Caribbean nations and you take us
right in
the middle there,
we're neighbors.
We're neighbors.
Okay,
that's cool.
So we're friends and neighbors with the Caribbean nations.
I mean,
she's good. So good.
Some of us participated in saving the Western Hemisphere from communism.
Oh, did they?
In years past.
Like, where are you speaking of?
The island nation of Grenada. Yes. Operation Urgent Fury. Not that I remember.
Right.
But speaking of the Caribbean nations, it just smacks me right in the face.
Yeah, but that was not the. Okay, I'm just gonna let that one go. But
the Western Hemisphere.
Thank you for your service, though.
Yeah, it's so important. Because you went up against a group of pretty vicious farmers there, didn't you? In Grenada?
They were Cuban warriors, my friend.
Have we talked about that on this show? Maybe it was Overtime, about how they had to go to a travel agency and get a map.
Yeah, they didn't
before
know
they
where
went there.
Grenada was.
And then they had to actually call back from a payphone, I think, right? Oh, one of the soldiers had like a calling card, right?
Yes.
Used a payphone, had to call back, I think, to North Carolina to inform, hey, where's our air support? Because the communications, they were on the wrong channel or something. I mean, that could have been a Bay of Pigs.
Yeah. Do you remember that? I mean, there were some bizarre happenings with the military back in those days. Some really awful things where people screwed things up and bad things happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that, like the helicopter thing that happened a few years before that in Iran that blew into each other, and how many were killed in that? Like 16?
If you'd like an idea of, how bad the Grenada War was, you can watch the documentary with Clint Eastwood called Heartbreak Ridge.
Oh, wow.
That will give
and
you,
that is about Grenada?
It actually is. Yeah. The end of the battle is about that. And it does
Ridge.
have the guy. It does have the guy calling back.
Okay.
With his credit card to
it does?
call in a strike. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
I love history.
Good. Hey, speaking of which, since you're so in tune with everything that's on streaming services or network television or anything that's ever been broadcast, when does Yellowstone come back?
Actually, I don't know the exact date, but I mean, we're in the, all these shows are done now, taking their mid-season breaks or their mid-contractual season breaks.
So Yellowstone's off. 1923 is off.
I just found out. I thought we were still going to do some more of Tulsa King, but nope, that's done now too.
Until
whenever, till they start filming again.
Oh no, that's not just a mid-season break. That's gone.
That's as far as my understanding.
Usually, when that happens with these new shows, it's gone for 2 years.
Okay,
I know.
All right,
you forget about it by then. I
really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, but okay,
yeah, right.
I mean, that last show with Jeff Bridges, Old Man, really liked that.
Yeah.
It had I think 6 episodes or whatever, and then it was just done. I thought at least we were going to have
forever.
I don't know. Yeah, it's done.
Wow.
And I thought
6 episodes.
That's the end. Yep, that's the end. Okay.
That should be illegal.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, so I don't want it to be illegal. But
is there a show you have not enjoyed? That's the bigger question.
Well, that is a good question.
Name one show you've not enjoyed. Don't you like everything you watch?
No.
No. Yeah.
Is there anything that you have started that you didn't finish because it wasn't good?
I can appreciate in most.
Things, in most things, I think that's very true of you. Yeah, I think that's great too. That's wonderful. It's a wonderful trait.
It doesn't sound like you think that. Actually.
No, I do. I really believe.
No, but have you ever not finished a show? Like said, "Hey, this sucks. I'm not watching it."
Ashley in Florida. Ashley, did you say? Yeah.
No.
Ashley, are you there? Hi. We'd like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. You can't ask anybody around you for help. Question number 1. Name a yellow fruit.
Yeah, fruit, right? Banana? Yellow fruit.
Banana.
You can't ask anyone for
Don't
help.
ask for anybody for help, though,
Do you
Ashley.
think she did she?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one, though.
Right.
I can understand why
that's a
you
tough
would
one.
ask someone.
That is a hard one.
I think we're okay.
Ashley, finish this phrase.
With customers, and it's stupid early in the morning. So.
Yeah, I know. She was just talking.
We
out
got the
loud
same
with the customer.
situation
She
going
wasn't
on.
Our bad.
Finish this phrase. A leopard can't change his...
Right.
What'd you say?
Stripes.
Stripes? Leopard can't change his stripes.
that's
a leopard can't change his clothes.
Good guess.
Because they're permanently sewn on.
Really?
Yeah. Question number 3. Name any politician. Bob.
Yeah, nobody knows that. Nobody knows.
Bob.
Oh, she dropped, bro.
Wait, what?
Oh, she's got a 0.
Oh,
She
Buccaneers.
has a 0.
Out of the gate with a goose egg.
So that's
the questions were too difficult. Name any politician? I can't do that.
Click.
so if they accept
I'm out of here.
to play the quarter and hang up, that's a forfeit,
Yeah.
and it means 0.
I
for
love
the
a
quarter.
leopard can't change his stripes. That's great. So good. That's so good.
She earned that 0.
All right. We're looking for a contestant now in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, which includes the entire southwestern America.
Yeah.
That's what it includes.
I mean, Texas's border is what used to go up to Wyoming, so feel free to call Casper.
I mean, Florida, you talk Tampa Bay, but Florida's got all 3 of their teams in the playoffs.
I noticed that. Amazing.
Oh,
has
yeah.
that ever
Tampa,
happened?
Miami.
Let's see. I got to find that out. I was thinking of
Good time to be there.
Yeah. Interesting. Huh. All right. We didn't get our 2 in. We got one of the 2.
Yeah.
But eventually, I think San Antonio will probably have a team too. Don't you think?
Either that or Austin.
And did you also see that Oakland, who already sent the Raiders to Las Vegas, now considering sending the Athletics to Las Vegas as well?
Interesting.
So Vegas might get an MLB team as well as a football team. That's NFL, MLB. You just need the NBA now.
Miami, Jacksonville, and Tampa all made the playoffs in '97. That's the only other time it's happened.
Okay.
All they need in Vegas now is to make sure that they have water.
Yeah. That place is filling up so fast. That city went from 500,000 to 2.4 million or something pretty quickly.
It sure did.
And so even with good times when it's raining like it normally does, water is a tough situation for growth like that. But now in drought situation, look out. All right, 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Last night we got an update on what caused the FAA system outage.
Oh,
yeah,
on Wednesday morning.
Okay.
that canceled 3,500 flights. They got it fixed pretty quickly, but they're now saying the computer system failure that triggered the big air travel meltdown was caused by a file damaged by, quote, personnel who failed to follow procedures.
So the theory holds.
Yeah, they spilled the Coke.
No, that's
spilled the Coke.
Or they clicked
downloaded porn.
There we go.
That was corrupted. Who knows? Interesting.
You don't use your FAA.gov email address, dummy.
No, right. It's not good.
And that's interesting that we're blaming it on, Bob in the back for, his corrupted file.
Well, it's Bob's fault. Who do you want to blame? Who do you want? Some hacker in China? Is that what you want to do?
Well, hacker in Russia?
Our Chinese friends or our Russian friends who would never think of such a thing. You're trying to blame them?
With the same time, at the same time, we had the issue in the United Kingdom, right? That they're
and
thinking
Canada.
Might be Russian hackers.
Canada had a totally non-related problem.
Thank you.
Which I love.
Thank you. Everything.
Completely unrelated to what was going on in the U.S. No. Why would you think that was the same issue? No.
And we shut down everything for, safety purposes, which I do actually appreciate. I get that. But I love that they're fighting for they make a big point of, it was only for 2.5 hours. It really wasn't. I mean, they started, people noticed issues overnight, but it wasn't until more flights started having issues after that 6 a.m. That they said, ooh, hey, we probably need to shut this thing down.
Yeah, right.
So it was really a lot longer than the 2 hours.
All right. We're going to take a break here quick and hopefully have a contestant when we come back. Tampa Bay had to forfeit their portion of the first quarter. We got the Dallas Cowboys with the ball next.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
It's more on trivia time. Tampa Bay had a forfeit of the first quarter because after agreeing to the questions, she hung up.
Those are the rules.
She hung up in the middle of the very difficult question. Name any politician. Because you can't be expected to be able to do that on the spur of the moment, can you?
That's what it is. It was the pressure under the lights.
It was, yeah.
Of more on trivia.
And she couldn't handle it. So away she went. So we're awaiting a contestant now for the first quarter.
In real life, I'm actually looking forward to this game. It'll be a fun game to watch.
It should be. Yeah.
I'm torn. I'm torn to what's going to happen in this game.
You think it'll be you don't think it'll be Tom Brady's last game? Or at least with the Buccaneers?
We got Esther in Texas. Hey, Esther.
Hi.
Hi. We'd like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's okay. Is that all right? Esther?
Easy question. I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to ask you 4 questions, if that's all right. Okay? All right. You can't ask anybody around you for help. Question number 1. Name a yellow fruit.
Lemon.
What was it?
Lemon.
Yeah, okay. Lemon. Question number 2. Finish this phrase. A leopard can't change his...
Say again.
Finish this phrase. A leopard can't change his blank.
Color.
His what?
Color?
His color? A leopard
color?
can't change his color.
Oh, yeah.
That's what she said.
Well, she's right.
No, that's true, but that's not the
That's not the phrase.
The phrase. It's a leopard can't change his mind. Once he's decided something, that's it.
Stubborn boogers,
That's it.
You just weren't thinking about that, Esther. I know. Go ahead.
Question number 3. Name any politician. Any
politician?
Yeah.
Biden.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. That also would have been a good answer for name someone with dementia, but we didn't ask that one. So
No, we did not.
Question number 4 is how many people make up a trio?
How many people make up a trio?
How? Next question, is that what you said?
No, she's
No?
repeated it.
Oh,
yeah.
How many people make up a trio?
3.
3 is exactly right.
And that's
Congratulations.
exactly how many you got right, and no one's ever done
Nobody's
that before.
ever done that.
Good
so
job.
Incredible.
We're going to send you the home version of our game psychically, and I just did. So thank you for playing our game, and have yourself a merry little weekend, won't you?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Esther.
So I know we were running low before Christmas break of the games that you were sending out psychically. Sounds like we've restocked?
A little bit, yeah. We got it. We got an extra shipment of, I think, 4. I think we have 4 to
be careful. We got a long playoffs to go.
Yeah, we'll have to be judicious about it.
I didn't think there were any shipping issues anymore, but I guess
there are. Yeah. I guess it's a supply chain thing. I don't know.
Darn it, Pete Buttigieg.
Yeah. All right. After the first quarter, it's Cowboys 3, Bucks 0. And we're awaiting our next contestant for the start of the second quarter in Tampa Bay. Kevin McCarthy defending his removal of Eric Swalwell from the committee.
Think of that. He's got to defend that.
He actually did it. I know.
Right.
How could you
stop
please? But he did confirm that Adam Schiff, Eric Swalwell have been removed from the House Intelligence Committee, and Ilhan Omar has been or will be removed from the Foreign Affairs Committee.
Mm-hmm. Bye.
So a reporter asked McCarthy about this after the speaker previously said Democrats could appoint their own members to committees. And McCarthy said Swalwell should not serve on any committee due to his relationship with Chinese spy Fang Fang. And finally, somebody said it.
Yeah.
Did you hear this quote from Eric Swalwell? A lot of my Republican colleagues glorify violence and proudly display the firearms they have in their offices. So it just makes me nervous that we could have a workplace violent event. They're not the most stable people.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Oh, shut up.
Douchebag. McCarthy said, I was very clear early on. Let me phrase something very direct to you. If you got the briefing I got from the FBI, you wouldn't have Swalwell on any committee. That's great.
Well said.
Oh. All right, we have Kay somewhere in Florida. Hey, Kay, how are you? Kay? Hello, Kay? Did we lose her? We lost her. Just getting to know her.
Oh, I missed that sound. Don't you miss the sound of a dial tone?
I do.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Because then I know when Jeffy hung up on me.
We lost her. We lost her.
I have to look at the phone now. Oh, man.
Too soon.
You know, he talked about all these Democrats getting kicked off of committees. Adam Schiff, he was a big part of the latest Twitter files drop where, my gosh, between Adam Schiff and Dianne Feinstein and Richard Blumenthal pressuring Twitter to push the Russian bot narrative about affecting the 2016 election. The communications back and forth, I mean, there was a time when Twitter had a conscience and said, no, we're not. There's no evidence here that Russian bots influenced anything. But yet when the Democrat politicians like Adam Schiff went out there and pushed that narrative, they didn't push back and say no. But my gosh, there's a lot of people that need to be kicked off committees there.
Definitely.
That McCarthy needs to get to.
But at least you got to the obvious one.
Yes.
The one who should have been gone years ago. As soon as we found out about Fang Fang, he should have been off the Intelligence Committee. Crazy. All right, who do we have? Got Amanda? Amanda?
Yeah.
I'm going to look you in the eyes and make you realize, Amanda. You there?
Yeah.
We'd like to ask you 4 questions, if that's all right.
Sure.
Okay. You can't ask anybody around you for help, all right?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's just you, baby.
It's just you, Amanda. That's why we're looking you in the eyes and trying to make you realize. Okay?
Okay.
Question number 1. How many years are in 2 decades?
20.
20. Nice. In football, what position typically throws the ball down the field?
Quarterback.
The what? Quarterback?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3, finish this lyric. My country, 'tis of thee.
Sweet land of liberty.
Okay. Nice. Wow. That's good. I was almost forgetting myself. Question number 4. If it's 12 o'clock in Kansas City, Kansas, what time is it in Kansas City, Missouri?
Oh, shit, I don't know.
You don't know?
You don't know?
Okay.
Yeah. Nobody knows.
It's 11:33. Kansas City, Missouri is about 27 minutes behind Kansas City, Kansas.
I hate that.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah,
too.
I didn't know that.
They should fix that. They should fix that because the cities are connected.
It's confusing.
You know, it's weird.
Especially when you're driving through.
Well, Amanda.
Yes.
Thanks for playing.
Of course.
All right. Have a good weekend, won't you?
You too.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye-bye now. Don't tell me what to do, Amanda. Don't tell me what to do.
She just hung up the phone.
Did you turn on Amanda quickly?
Yeah, yeah.
She was nice.
She hung up the phone and she said to her coworkers, "Did you know that it's 27 minutes difference between Kansas City?" And they're like, "Wow, I had no idea."
Huh.
Yeah,
That's really
learned
something.
that.
I did not know that before.
Huh?
Weird, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's weird. It's just I don't know why that happened.
Makes me smile thinking that somebody's going to come in someday and go, "Yeah, I got to go to Kansas City, Missouri." Hey,
you know what? If you had to be there 27 minutes ago, you're already late.
Yeah.
Actually, if you're going that way,
Yeah,
you got an extra 27
Oh, you
minutes.
gain 27
Yeah.
minutes. But then when you get on the other side, then you're back to the previous
Well,
time.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
hate that because you're driving through and you'll watch your little Google Maps and it'll flip and it'll change. You're like, well, what's my ETA?
I know. It's confusing. It'll all be worked out when Congress fixes the whole daylight savings time thing. Then we'll be fixed. That'll be great.
and I
That'd
have
be
faith
great.
that they'll.
Oh, they're going to fix it really well.
Absolutely.
You bet.
I mean, the spirit of bipartisanship in that
Sure.
town,
Yo,
they'll get on it.
It's done. It's done. Consider it done. More on trivia and Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. And welcome. We are in the second quarter of More on Trivia.
Throes of More on Trivia.
Awaiting the home team, Tampa Bay. They don't have anything.
We got to
right?
get the Cowboys. It's 3
right.
to 3.
Right. That was Tampa Bay. We
It's
just
3
did.
to 3. Right.
So now we need the Cowboys in the second quarter. Right. Okay. So we could almost get to halftime now.
Yes, we can.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yes, we
3 to
will.
3 so far. But if we don't get another contestant, it goes back to the last quarter, and the Cowboys would win. So we'll see.
Why are you so negative?
I'm not. That's not negativity. I'm just explaining how the game works. That's all.
Okay.
I'm not saying we won't get a contestant. I think we will.
Man, we were talking during the break about the 7 dead in Alabama from those
geez.
tornadoes. And we were talking, is this tornado season? It's just been an unusually warm January.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, the weather right now is
weird.
Very weird. And as warm as it is here, it's approaching record cold in Siberia right now. They're in, pushing minus 80 below. And
wow,
anyway,
that seems a little.
That's
that
cold.
seems
if you look a little
suboptimal,
right?
Yeah.
Siberia,
Yeah.
yeah. And they're saying, hang in there. It's coming here eventually.
Okay.
It better, because this winter is too warm.
Climate change.
Jeremy in somewhere in the Metroplex, I guess. Hey, Jeremy.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, good. We've been concerned about you, and so we thought we'd call and then see if you'd answer 4 quick questions. Is that all right?
Yeah.
All right. You can't ask anybody around you for help. Question number 1: how many years are in 2 decades?
20.
20.
Good job.
In football, what position typically throws the ball down the field? What?
The quarterback.
Yes.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to answer with an attitude. Just answer
we
the
couldn't
question.
hear him the first time.
Okay. All right.
Finish this lyric. My country, 'tis of thee.
The land of liberty.
Exactly. And question number 4. If it's 12 o'clock in Kansas City, Kansas, what time is it in Kansas City, Missouri? It's a tough one.
12 o'clock.
There
you go. Yes.
No
Good job.
one has ever gotten 4. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
You got
That's
them all.
incredible.
That's amazing. Just never been done.
Congratulations.
Where in Texas do you live, Jeremy?
Nacogdoches.
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 It's one of my favorite Texas city, Nacogdoches. If it's 12 o'clock in Nacogdoches, what time is it in Waxahachie?
Texas is so big, I don't even know.
That's right. That's right. Good answer.
Good answer. All right, man. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Have a good one.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
That's good stuff there. 7-3 Cowboys at halftime.
Ooh, wow. That's a big lead.
Can we do an equipment check there? When you hit the bell, somehow today, it lasts
a long time
today.
Yeah, isn't that weird? I noticed that too.
It's still
Climate change.
It's still going.
I know. You should put your mic down there and do it.
It's still
That's
going.
annoying.
It's still going. Okay, I think it just.
I'm telling you, man.
That's weird. The acoustics, I guess, are better in here today for some reason.
Very strange.
That is weird. That is really
the
weird.
AC hasn't been up to snuff.
The AC's not working. That's true.
Oh, maybe that's
and
what it is.
we got a lot of airflow going in and out because of the door that's unable to
be closed.
Yeah. So
why would you need the door to open and close?
It's
though?
just silly.
It's
just silly.
You don't need that.
Yeah, you have a plan for what we should do out there, right?
Well, I was thinking we do have a little sign.
We have a little sign.
We have a little sign on the outer door, but I was thinking that maybe we just put a giant sheet over those two outer doors.
Does it say like "be quiet" or something?
Yeah,
on it?
the air.
I like that.
On air.
I like that.
On air.
Well, on Wednesday and Fridays we'll have to put up a beaded curtain because you're here, and that might be the best plan for those days.
Remember those? Separated the adult section from the normal section of the video store. You go into like a Blockbuster. And
yes.
No, I don't.
Of course, I don't know if
remember
Blockbuster
those.
had that. I don't think Blockbuster had that, but some mom and pop shops.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What's on the? That guy just went behind.
Into the creepy section.
I disagree with that analogy of creepy section.
Because it was you that was going in there. That's why. Who is that guy? We didn't know him at the time, so. We got this great video about one of the many reasons we hate soccer so much.
Oh, my goodness.
When did you say we?
Keith and I.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I did watch that epic World Cup final, however.
It was an awesome
You did?
game.
That was the greatest
Fantastic
soccer
game.
People were saying it's the greatest soccer game of all time. I'm so glad I watched it.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
France versus...
In what way was it awesome? Well, we'll have to wait on that answer.
In what
Mo?
way?
Let's go to Mo in Florida. Hey, Mo.
Hey, it's
How are you?
Mo from Lutz, Florida, Circle K.
What's up?
All right, man.
Yeah, baby.
That's great.
All right. Love Mo.
Is it all right if we ask you 4 quick questions?
Sure.
All right. You can't ask anybody around you for help. Question number 1. What does WWW typically stand for?
World Wide Web.
Yes,
Think about
indeed. He doesn't need to think about it. He just answered it.
Yeah, he answered it.
So I don't know where that came from. Question number 2. Name one U.S. enemy during World War II.
Germany.
Yes.
Think about it.
Yep. Question number 3. By land area, which U.S. state is the smallest?
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Think about it.
Think about it. You should have thought about that one a little bit longer because it's
I don't
actually
know, Vermont.
Yeah, it's outer Kentucky.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kentucky.
I would have never known that.
It's 1 block long.
Outer Kentucky.
One block.
That's always bugged me.
I know, me too. Why make a state out of 1 block?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Question
number 4. What is socialism?
That is what's going on right now.
I'm going to give it to him.
Yes.
I'm going to give it to him. I don't care. That's awesome.
You are absolutely correct, Mo from Lutz, Florida.
Nice job, Mo. You got 3 out of 4. Nobody's ever done that before. So we're going to send you the home version of our game psychically. And I just did. All right?
Awesome.
Hey, are you a Bucs fan?
Sure.
Heck
Yeah, sure. Me too.
Lutz is Tampa Bay, man.
They're going to win it this weekend against the Cowboys?
Definitely. Most definitely.
There you go.
There you
All
go,
right.
baby.
Like your confidence. All right, Mo. Thanks for playing.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Appreciate it, man.
Or Lutz, Circle K Mobile.
Yeah.
We'll see you
There
in
you go.
15 minutes.
There you go. I'll be there.
Man. I'll see
Good
you.
weekend. Thank you.
No, I like that guy's
Guy's
energy.
proud of his Circle K. I like that.
Yeah.
Circle K Mobile, baby.
Good.
All about it.
Now, I got to talk to you, though, again, about these. You keep sending out these games. They got to last us through the whole plaplayoffs.
Yeah, I know. Now we're down to 3. So
I thought we were down to 2.
I thought you said we had 4. Did
now
you
you
miss
got-
count?
Well, that's true. I thought we had 4 after the one I gave, but no, you're right. It was just 4, and now we're down to 2.
I mean,
so you got to start rationing again. Damn it. All right. 7-6 Cowboys over Bucs so far.
Yeah.
As we await a contestant in Dallas.
So somebody sent us this soccer video. It's just, I mean, it is the fakiest fake injury of all time. And you got to see this guy. I mean, this is so ridiculous. Watch the 23 there in black. Now you see this? All right, you got the guy. Now watch. He decides just to, oh my gosh, help me. And so he goes down and writhes in pain. And then almost a fight breaks out almost from this shenanigans. I mean, this guy should not even be allowed in the sport.
Right.
And so here comes the referee. Oh, shut up. Now look at this. His teammates don't even help him. He's writhing around. Nobody even goes to check on him. They must hate that guy. And
then somebody else falls down on the other side.
Card. And now we almost get a fight going because this...
Okay, pathetic. Pathetic.
Yeah.
Even you can admit, Jeffy, that's
never
pathetic.
happens in the NFL.
Well, the air went by him so hard from the guy in front of him that it injured his knee really bad.
Those two teams obviously did not like each other.
Mm-hmm. Obviously. Yeah.
So they were doing everything they could.
But this is why, the football is so beloved in this country. That doesn't happen in football.
Actually, it does, but
but it's rare.
So rare.
At the end of games, in order to save a timeout, sometimes somebody will fake an injury, but not like that.
And there's discipline when they find out about that.
Right.
This
They
is
get
just a way
penalized.
of the game. Yeah.
In soccer, it's almost encouraged. So anyway, football is so popular that the top 100 most watched U.S. broadcasts of 2022. Well, we'll tell you in a second.
Oh.
Hang on. Don?
Yes.
Hey, Don, how are you?
I'm just lovely. How are you?
Good. I'm good. We'd like to ask you 4 questions, if that's all right.
Okay.
All right. You can't ask anybody around you for help.
Okay.
Question number 1. Let's see. I got to change my...
Oh.
Do I?
No, you're right there.
I know. Oh, all right. What does WWW typically stand for?
Talking about on computers? I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
Well, what does...
I don't know, World Wide Web?
Well...
You got it.
Yeah, you did get it.
Okay.
You did know, actually. Yeah. It's also a little-known fact. It also stands for Wild Wyoming Winds.
See.
And the World Wide Web.
You could have done either of those, Don.
Now, in the Wild Wyoming Winds website, it's www. So it's kind of weird. Yeah. Question number 2. Name one U.S. enemy during World War II.
What, just one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Well, we got Japan.
Yes.
Germany.
That's one.
Yep. Yep. She got 2.
She only needed 1. Stop answering.
Question number 3. By land area, which U.S. state is the smallest?
Massachusetts or Rhode Island?
Massachusetts, that's a good guess, though.
Which do we go with? Her first answer?
That's a good guess. Honestly, I don't know the answer. Is it?
She got there.
Honestly.
It's Rhode Island.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Rhode Island.
Okay.
The second smallest is the Vatican.
Massachusetts comes in at number 3 behind the Vatican.
Yes. Uh-huh. And then Iowa.
It's Rhode Island.
Really?
Yeah.
Might have been Delaware.
And then Florida. What? Okay, question number 4. What is socialism?
Socialism?
Mm-hmm.
That's hard to explain for me.
It is.
I just really don't know how to put that one in words.
Okay. Well, it's we were looking for the latest Netflix docudrama. So,
really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, right?
Well, I thought you went for the definition of socialism.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many packs a day do you smoke, Don?
Just a half.
Just a half?
Good for you.
Yeah, no,
That's
seriously,
good.
I've got my annual chest congestion going on. I get every year.
Oh, you do? Yeah. I hate when that happens.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. Is it the RSV thing?
Oh, no. Is it?
The RSVP or whatever you're supposed to receive?
Texas wins.
Yeah, it's between the allergies and stuff that you get.
Do you have RSVP? Is that what you've got?
No, I haven't said that I would be to any event anytime soon. Yeah. No, I don't have RSVP.
Oh, okay. All right. I got one of those one time, and I didn't.
You did?
I didn't RSVP. So, all right, Don. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you again. Well, probably not, but have a nice life, won't you?
Yeah. You the same.
Okay. Bye-bye now.
Now, when that virus comes a-knocking,
the RSVP
if you
virus?
don't respond to it, it'll stay away.
Yes.
You just got to ignore it.
That's why I survived it, because I just ignored it.
I would like to point out that at GoDaddy.com, the domain wildwyomingwins.com could be yours for 1 penny for the first 2 years of registration.
Really?
So if you want to buy that domain for 1 cent,
nice.
I can make it yours.
That's great.
Wild Wyoming.
WildWyomingWins.com. Hard to believe that's not taken already.
Right, it's
is it?
so good.
As popular as it is, I can't believe nobody's secured that yet.
So what's our score, Commissioner, after 3 quarters?
What are we looking at? 9-6.
Oh, I have 10-6.
Dallas?
Did you not give her the Rhode Island one?
Well, her first answer was Massachusetts, so technically she was wrong.
Yeah,
she was wrong.
Okay, so 9-6 Cowboys going. So
I actually thought it was. I was thinking that it was Delaware. I forgot about Rhode Island. When you asked me, I said I don't.
I think Delaware's second.
Yeah,
isn't
it is.
Yeah.
I just looked it up because I was like, can't believe I didn't know that answer. But I forgot about Rhode Island.
You can't forget about Rhode Island.
I know. I apologize.
What did Delaware?
See what he did there? See? He used the name of the state as if it was, a person.
What did Delaware?
Circle K Mobile.
What did Delaware? Answer the question.
Don't know.
A New Jersey.
Oh, get it? Get it?
Where's my rim shot?
He used another. Wow.
Okay,
That
a New
is
Jersey.
Rich. That's rich. Okay. Thank you, Keith.
That's my shining moment of the week.
Yeah, boy, use that at parties this weekend. People will be super impressed.
I don't go to parties.
Okay, so
they
the
are
top,
happy about that.
The top 100 most watched U.S. TV broadcasts of last year, the year 2020. What do you think number one was?
2022.
2022, right.
Okay.
What was the number one TV show? NFL football. Okay.
Wow,
the number 2 show.
Anticlimactic.
What was the number 2 show?
Okay,
NFL football. Number 3, NFL football.
What?
And so on through number 23 before we come to something else.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
That is
right there.
Stunning.
The top 23 are all NFL football. And the top, is it 82 out of 100?
Yeah.
Are all NFL football. And then, even then, some of the others are like college football.
Yeah.
There's World Cup soccer in there a couple of times, but the top U.S. the top
the
world
Olympics
soccer
coming in at 36. So that's a
wow.
So 82 of the top 100 most watched television programs with the NFL, like you pointed out there. The guy who put this stat out there said that the number 35 most watched event on TV this year was that 4-10 Broncos losing to the 4-10 Rams by 37 points on Christmas, which got more viewers. That ridiculously
World
bad
Cup
game
soccer
than any NBA game, any MLB game, any World Cup game, the Oscars, or scripted TV show.
My gosh,
that's
amazing.
You pretty much have a captive audience. It would have been bigger had the game been better.
Yeah,
that Christmas Day game.
Yeah. But man,
because I
that's
ended up going
embarrassing.
back and forth to the Nickelodeon broadcast.
Oh, they did a good job with that, actually.
It's embarrassing for World Cup soccer. Tell you that right now. 38.
But that was a really good game. I'm surprised that World Cup final didn't do better.
The World Cup final was awesome.
That was incredible.
Well, Americans aren't into it. We're just not into it. Jeffy is, for whatever weird reason, for whatever psychotic reason he's got.
I like soccer.
It's a beautiful game.
It's on the pitch.
The beautiful sport, yeah.
I love it when you're out there on the pitch. Shut up. All right.
Veronica in Florida. Hey, Veronica.
Hey.
How are you?
Oh.
Good.
You doing all right?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, we'd like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right. Is that all right?
Fine.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You can't ask for help. If you don't know the answer, just take a guess. All right?
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I can't find my questions.
Okay.
What I did, I think I might have thrown. Nope. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. Question number 1. Water in its solid form becomes what?
Water in a solid form?
Yeah. What does it become?
What is it?
Air?
Air. You are so
close. It actually becomes heavy. Yeah, so when it gets solid. Finish this phrase. The grass is always greener where?
Other side.
Other
Yeah,
side.
baby.
That's right. In the gaseous area of water, that's where it becomes greener. What kind of animal was Mr. Ed?
A horse.
A horse, right? Yeah. And question number 4: if a train departs Minneapolis at 12 p.m. and another train departs Chicago at 12 p.m., what time did the trains depart their respective cities? Story problems always get you, don't they?
What is it?
What was it?
12 p.m.
12 p.m. Yeah. You got it. Good job. All right. Well, you were incredible.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oof.
Thanks for playing our game.
Sorry about that trick question regarding water.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it.
There we
Oh,
go.
wow.
Oh, hey.
Wow.
Okay,
Hey,
so now we're tied.
9-9.
Oh, no, we need a Dallas, y'all. Oh, no.
Need a Dallas one really quick.
And if we don't get it, then we go back, right?
That's right.
Yes.
And Dallas wins.
Yeah.
Wow. So she did good. I
She
guess.
did.
She did 3 out of
did.
4. And
She did. I was hoping for that fourth one, but she was a little off.
Which
on
one
what
did
you
she?
call
Oh, yeah.
solid.
She couldn't quite
Figure
water
out
in its
water,
solid form.
it's solid
What
air.
would that be? Let's see. If I put water in a freezer,
Yeah.
what would happen to it? What would you call that?
Well, she told us what it would be called.
She did. Gas.
Yeah.
Air.
Air.
Yeah. It wasn't even gas. Air.
There. It's a good guess.
Wait, somebody call Pat for the Dallas contestant. Let's ask him that
Guess.
question.
Air.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
So we're 9-9.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas still has one more shot here. If the contestant gets one, then all this
And if
thing
we
done.
don't get a contestant
We
here in
go
the
back
last
to the
couple of
third
minutes,
quarter,
go back
right.
to the
Win anyway.
Dallas wins. So either way, Dallas.
they got the ball. They're going to run out the clock. They're going to just start running the ball.
They're in victory formation right now, just kneeling on the ball.
That's right.
Bastards. All right. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. But going back to this 82 of the top 100 shows on television.
It's pretty incredible.
It's absolutely mind-boggling, really.
Now you see why they can charge $1 billion
about
for the rights to a.
Right.
Oh, by the way, Al Michaels, he was talking about the Amazon games, like how they've been a flop this year for the most part. I mean, they've just had some bad
the
Thursday
games
night
themselves.
The games, yeah. And he's like, I can't sell you a used car or something. Anyway, but NBC hiring him for this game tomorrow.
That was part of the deal,
Chargers,
right? That was part of the contract that he had to come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, they hired Al Michaels for this game?
It was part of the original deal that he did.
I didn't
He
realize
had
it.
to come back. He was going to do some playoff games outside of the Amazon regular season deal.
Gotcha. Well, we get him on network TV again.
I'm going to love that.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of cool. We all were kind of amazed. I mean, I know this happens, but I've seen it so few times.
I've never seen this.
You've never seen this?
No.
Okay, watch what sound waves do to water. It's in its liquid form.
Yeah, I've never seen it this dramatic.
Watch
Look
this.
at that.
Look at that. Change the frequency, and look what happens to the water.
Changes the flow, yeah.
It's like
not something.
If you're listening to this, just imagine it's like a wavelength now. Just ring.
That is really cool.
I would just leave it like that, like outside of a restaurant or something. That's just
wow,
just cool stuff there.
So they turn it up to 25 hertz, right? And then it does that. That is bizarre.
That is because you normally don't see air like that. And,
you don't.
Pretty incredible.
No, you really
they
don't.
Captured it on video.
Right. Yeah, it's weird. So there you go. Now that's water in its liquid
Is there an
form.
update on what the beavers are doing in your neighborhood?
The beavers, the beavers. They actually somebody hired someone.
Okay.
And so they are removing the beavers.
Maybe he's a pet
in my
somewhere
neighborhood.
now.
So would you say they're removing the beavers?
Look at this beaver making a dam in the hallway. He's like somebody's pet. Is
that okay to have a beaver
I
as a
don't
pet?
know. I don't
Is that
know.
even legal?
But
and look at it's making a dam.
So is that the beaver from your neighborhood making a dam now inside somebody's house?
How weird is that?
Is awesome.
I will say.
That just goes to show that's what they do. And so they'll use alternative products to dam things up.
Bad boy's going to make a nice hat in a little while.
If you're listening, he's taking stuffed animals, rugs, a Christmas
tree, and piling it up into a dam in the hallway.
That is awesome.
That's what we...
That's incredible.
Look at that. SpongeBob, you go
now,
there.
If you were to turn up the frequency near him,
what would happen?
He would twist into like a pretzel shape. Yeah, it's really weird.
Turn
They
into
should have
that
tried
hat
that.
Jeffy wants.
Would have liked to have seen that. Have a great weekend.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.